Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by Betr. Today's episode, we finally have draft about.
It's draft season, so I gave you the top 10 rookies going into the 2025 fantasy football season.
I ranked my top 5 teams. If they nail the draft, they will be contenders.
Shouldn't have been a ranking. It's just 5 teams that he thought would be contenders if they nail the draft.
A list. There was a list.
I had an actual ranking. I ranked every single first overall pick since 2000. 25 guys.
And then a little bit of Masters chatter, a little bit of golf chatter, and a little bit of tax chatter.
Tax chatter.
So
Tax
anxious.
day. Get them in.
Oh.
Good reminder.
Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by
Betr.
Betr. It is the 15th of April already.
Tax day.
We are officially...
Taxes. Get your taxes in.
Yeah,
That's a good reminder by Jack.
Yep.
If you haven't paid your taxes, do your taxes. I got to do the taxes for both these assholes. They both moved down to New York and didn't, on the company report, state that they don't live in New York, so they've had New York State taxes withheld.
Because
obviously,
Wait, what do you mean on the company
obviously.
report? What does that mean?
No, like on like the company HR portal, you guys are New York residents.
No, I have
That's
Florida.
what it said. No, but you can see
Well, then
on
you're
that.
fucked. I don't know. Check your W-2. Anyway, Jack had New York State taxes withheld all year long despite not living in New York. So he'll get like a couple $1,000 bucks,
why
which
I'm
is
so
sick.
poor.
Well, yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, you guys are both idiots for waiting till April 14th to do your taxes.
No, but so I will get a few grand.
You'll get a few grand, but it'll take a while.
Daddy's getting a new driver.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
Or I can just
You
pay off my
basically were
credit
just
card
like
bill.
saving money in the stupidest way possible. Like basically like tucking money under a mattress
Know what?
instead of investing it.
Don't
But-
hate it though.
Well, the much more intelligent thing to do would just be invest.
No,
in the
because you
stock
know what I would have
market.
done is probably just own it on some shit.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have saved it.
Yeah.
When
So
I
that's
moved,
why 401ks exist.
When I moved, I
Maybe you always put it
set
all in
my
my Roth.
Yeah,
address.
that would be the most mature thing possible.
Will I do that?
No chance.
No. Will I put a few grand into a new driver and maybe a new putter?
Well, that's fair.
Probably.
Maybe go 50-50 on smart and stupid.
You know what? Yeah. No, I like that. I like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Adam?
When I moved, I changed my address.
There's just no way on planet Earth that you owe the amount of money you said to me. So.
I saw that amount. It was ridiculous.
And also for everyone
Even though I
wondering,
know there's no
I am a
chance.
CPA by trade. I've actually passed all the CPA exams, so I'm giving tax advice to quite literally everybody in the office right now.
It's probably horrible.
Does that
for
mean
you,
I
isn't
can pay you to...
No, I won't be doing
He
that.
won't- he doesn't do that.
Since I'm not a licensed CPA, I don't think I'm actually technically allowed to prepare taxes for somebody.
I asked Pat if he could do that last year for me. He said absolutely.
And it's
fucking
also,
not.
yeah, it's just not worth my time. I make good enough money. I
right.
don't feel like I hate doing my own taxes enough. And I own an ass load because I have self-employed income and I didn't estimate pay enough. Enough about taxes. Let's talk about other fun
Dude,
shit.
you gave me anxiety just saying whatever the fuck you said. I don't have an
So you enjoy
understanding.
doing your taxes though?
No, I don't enjoy it. I hate it.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
that was part of being like an accountant. You're like, taxes are cool.
No, it's nice that I know what I'm doing.
Okay,
is
fair.
sasatisfying. Like I can,
You know
I
what
can
the
go through
boxes
I know
mean.
what everything means. I still use like
All
easy
right,
tax.
enough
'cause-
of the taxes.
Yeah. Last year though, I did them all on my own, like no tax software, and I felt pretty fucking smart.
Did
I
you
got
do
a
it,
new-
pencil. and
Yeah,
everything?
like
That's
all
cool.
like in a PDF.
There's
was
different
that
different
complex.
type of taxes we could talk about. The mental tax.
Yeah, of me
Officially under 30 days before I leave for Nepal.
from Nepal. How do you get there?
Less than a month.
Yeah,
What-
what's
what
the
day
flight
do you leave?
path?
What day
Like,
do you leave?
what is
I
fly
leave
what?
May 13th. I fly to Doha,
Qatar,
heard of
Qatar,
Doha.
Doha to
Qatar.
Kathmandu,
Kathmandu. I know
from
that.
Kathmandu to Lucknow.
All flights from Kathmandu to
Uh-huh.
Lucknow.
So how
and
much-
then Lucknow,
That's scary.
Start fucking walking.
That's scary.
That's one of the scariest
Have you
airports
seen the airport?
No.
to fly into
Well, it's
in
the-
Lucknow.
It is.
No, is it?
apparently,
Oh my God, no, I think I have.
It is
Yes.
the most terrifying airport to fly in and out of.
It is considered one of the scariest places to land.
And I'm pretty sure there was a plane crash in Nepal not too long ago.
Probably. Sounds about right.
I'm more
Here's
scared
the
of you.
airport.
Oh my God, that is surrounded by mountains.
That is exactly
And
where I fly into.
it isn't only you can take off. You have to take off and land in the same direction.
Because
correct?
there's probably only one
Yep.
access point.
Correct.
Yeah.
I am now more scared for your well-being on that flight than I am on the marathon.
I agree.
I am more afraid of that flight.
But you know you're gonna, and it sucks because you have to do a physical thing. I would say just, I don't know, take an edible knockout.
How small of a plane? Like, edible would be the wrong idea. You'd be panicking. You
one
would
of
need,
these
like,
little
a
fuck
hardcore
faces.
Xanax.
No,
Oh my
I'm not,
God.
dude. I will
It's
not
one
be
of those?
taking anything. Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those planes.
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
like
What if
there's
one of the
a-
propeller stops spinning.
Adam, that has like 10 seats.
yeah.
No, not even like 6.
No, that's
The one time I
so-
was on a plane like that, when I went skydiving, I was more afraid of being in the plane than I was plummeting towards Earth.
No, I
Because
am-
I was
yeah.
like, while I'm plummeting,
Those-
I'm like, I got a parachute on me. But if the plane starts nosediving, we got to manage to get out of the plane and then
Somehow,
deploy a
yeah.
parachute. So that's fucking horrifying.
Yep.
I'm
I don't
now
think I've ever
really
been to
worried
Everest
for
if
you.
that's how you get to get there.
I was not planning on it either way.
Here's
so
the situation.
No, I do want to go
That's
at one
it.
point.
that's insane.
Taking off. Well, at that point, we can.
Out
I just
of
take a
curiosity,
train
how
from
many hours?
Kathmandu.
It takes 30 hours to get there.
And
So I
you
leave
can-
May
you can-
13th. I get there May 15th. I go to sleep and I start hiking the next
You
day.
can blur this out if you want. How much does it cost?
Yeah, just
because
plane
I want
flight.
to go to Everest.
Like
Just to base camp would be cool.
I was gonna say
how much
it's
does
gotta
that
be
cost to
damn
do
near
that
2K
part?
for that.
So the
I would
actual,
say 5.
I'll blur the flight. The actual Everest marathon itself, I think, was like $3,500 because it's like lodging and stuff.
Yeah, that's
But
not
I'm
bad.
saying if I wanted to just like
Flight's
go,
gotta be-
I want to just fly to get there, and then I can
Texas,
do my
Texas
whole.
the flight because I'm actually very curious about a flight.
I mean,
Show-
I
show
could-
some
I
numbers.
could-
I have no. I don't need to see Mount Everest.
I'm just curious because I want to go.
really. That's like
yeah.
on your bucket list.
Oh
is
yeah,
seeing Mount
yeah.
Everest.
Egypt and
Well, I mean,
Mount Everest. too.
Sure.
Very opposite.
whatever.
I was
We'll talk about it another time. But
yeah, in terms of mental tax and physical tax, my body is in so much pain after hitting roughly
Yeah, how'd that go?
1,500
Dude,
golf
holy
balls.
shit.
So handshake bets, we've done a couple
your
marathon
hands?
streams. Yeah, they don't look as bad because I had on 9 Band-Aids throughout it. But I have like a blood blister here that really hurts.
oh, in the middle of your
Yeah,
hand.
because it like from the grip like that, I was just
yeah,
pinching.
yeah.
So we've done the casino stream was 53 hours.
That was
We
crazy.
did the stream in this room for 3 days until we hit 100 more
remember
that
times.
was, that was
hung
my
out with
first
you guys.
like
That was
week
fun.
of
Yeah,
work.
You
and
guys
then-
could sleep.
Yeah, we could sleep, and then we did the Groundhog Day. It was like a 36-hour bender because it was travel and whatever. This was far and away the worst one.
Why?
By far.
Because of
Really?
the physical
The
toll?
physical toll,
How's your back?
like in shambles. I can't bend down to pick anything up. My lower back is in so much pain. My feet hurt so much. My hands hurt so much. My knees hurt so much. My neck hurts so much. But then
People say golf
the-
isn't a physical sport.
yeah, the mental anguish of knowing like if I can just make this fucking shot, I
Yeah.
can go home. But I couldn't make it.
How many shots of yours in did you start feeling it?
Really quick. Like my hand cramp, I couldn't. Probably by shot 500, I couldn't grip the club without being in immense pain.
Explain because I didn't think we really.
Oh
explained
yeah, so we
exactly,
were
yeah.
doing handshake bets. Me, James, and Tycho were doing a 24-hour stream for all 3 of us to make a hole in one.
140 yard.
Yeah, 140
Uphill a bit.
yards, a little uphill. James made one at roughly 2 a.m. Tycho tore his ACL 30 minutes before
I think-
that. I
you
think
think
it's a
he's
fucking load
pussing
of
out?
shit. Yeah, I think he.
No, I don't think he tore his ACL.
I don't
was
think he
rock
tore his
shit.
ACL. I think he did hurt his knee, and I don't think he probably would have been in a ton of pain trying to hit the ball. But my oh my, was it convenient that he got hurt? Because then Pat,
Because then you
hang out.
guys are just.
because then
ones
I'm the
fucking-
bad guy. Because then James, an hour later,
Gets
makes
another.
a second hole in one.
Yeah, you were the asshole.
Yeah.
And then so I'm the asshat that can't make the hole in one. I'm a 10 handicap. I'm not great at golf. I was putting
Solid
a lot of
golfer,
good
though.
shots on the ball. Like I probably had.
I saw you
3,
were playing the slice. At
I was
one
playing a
point
big fader
because
the whole
you can't
time.
even get through the ball at that point.
Yeah, well, because it's hard. It's much more exhausting to like. I was
do
just
a
doing an
full swing.
easy like throw my hands at the ball, let it slice, like, and then it was all
Yeah.
hands. Long story short, so physically and mentally draining. This was so far and away the worst one.
Because you guys started at 7 p.m. You
Started at 7
Was there a
p.m.,
point
went
in
through
the,
it the night.
in the stream where, like, first I feel like hour or two you're excited, it's still kind of fun. Then you get to a point where like you begin questioning the sport itself.
It was,
is this sport for you? Is this something I
Well,
can
I
do?
feel like
Do I
you're-
The
hate
real
the sport?
scary hours started once the sun rose. Because in my mind, I was like, if I don't make it before the sun rises, I'm not making it. I like it.
Because
Just
are you a mental midget?
like no, it wasn't even that. There was probably like so I had one session that I probably had 10 balls that had a really good chance of going in, and so that actually no, this session was on the during the day, and I hit 250 shots in a row because I was like, I feel the exact swing.
I'm feeling good.
I know exactly what I need to do.
250
and I was
in a
like,
row
if
is
I don't
ballistic.
get it in this session, I'm not gonna get it. And then I didn't get it, and I never got it. It
does
sucked.
that
It
make you
sucked.
feel like insane? Like Bryson DeChambeau hits like 400 golf balls
Yes,
a
and he's
day.
swinging way harder than
Yeah.
I am too. But his body is a temple,
he's insane.
and he's
Yeah.
built his body to handle the
torque.
yeah
if you will.
the tenuous nature of.
Adam knows all
golf
about
swing,
Bryson
but-
DeChambeau's.
I mean, I watched.
routine.
Yeah, yesterday was the first time in my entire
Sick,
life. 2
right?
days ago,
Golf
I'd
is-
say,
golf
was
is
I
so
watched a
dope.
full day. Not only that, when I got on the flight, I was streaming
Yeah.
it from
Tell
YouTube.
me it's not fucking
It
sick.
was
The Master-
unbelievable.
That's just so much better than March Madness this year.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
not even fucking close, right?
Yeah, I was texting Joey because he was also a big golf fan now. In terms of like my
What's your bet
favorite
on
viewing
it?
experiences, it's the Masters, March Madness, Super Bowl 1, 2, 3 for sports viewing.
Wait, you go Masters 1.
Dude,
I
there
think Super
is-
Bowl is all. It's just all easy.
No, the Super Bowl clears Masters. I'm sorry.
It's
that's a dumb
too
take.
no. It's like they're very different experiences. Super Bowl, you're drinking, you're eating, you're hanging out with people.
I guess if
Sunday,
you're saying just watching.
I'm just talking like yesterday I wanted to die and I'm so glad I got 15 minutes of it, but a full hungover Sunday where you're just door dashing food the entire day.
It's a double dash day.
You're
lunch and
double
dinner.
dash day,
Yeah,
no
double
doubt.
dash, yeah.
You got on a blankie, you're on your couch and you do not move that entire day. And you just hear Jim Nance chatting with you for 6 straight hours.
Yeah, especially
There
if
is no better human
honestly,
experience.
even if it's not that close.
I said this
don't
to
need it.
I said this to
Just
Jack in
looking
the
at it.
morning,
Oh,
and I
wow.
feel like,
Chef's
and again, I could only. It's a small sample size, but there are about 5 people I know that don't give a shit about golf, including myself, that found themselves watching all day Sunday,
You know,
including the person that was in my row on the flight who doesn't give a shit about golf, and we were then talking about it. Why do you think that is?
Well, it was a stacked leaderboard.
it was because it's Bryson versus
It
Rory.
was Bryson versus Rory, 2 of the biggest names in golf, and it's
Like-
also golf is trending upwards right now. Like
It's cool.
There's way more chatter around golf than there was 10 years ago. Like once Tiger's run ended to maybe 3 years ago, golf was kind of dead. Honestly, like
was, yeah.
there just wasn't big personalities. There wasn't
Yeah.
any dominant force. Scotty Scheffler is the dominant force now. You have the Live
got
PGA
arrested, which is, like,
drama.
fun.
Like
Yeah.
Rory was trying to complete the career Grand Slam, which is when you win all.
and then
4
Bryson
majors
is
in
like
your
the
career.
most popular player in golf.
Bryson's like the people's champ is what
Yeah.
it was a perfect storm, and then it's the Masters, so that is the Super Bowl for
Right,
golf.
but you
had-
it was
you
a
had-
perfect storm.
And it was you have Rory who blew it against Bryson last year in the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And now it's Bryson versus Rory in the final group. It was like
it was
everything.
so-
it was like scripted.
It was so
beautifully.
sick, God.
Like,
I
oh
was
my
so
God.
pissed I didn't get to watch the first 7 hours of it. But like, thank Christ, I was
Honestly,
driving home.
You didn't need to watch that.
I probably looked at the road for 20% of my ride home.
That's- Did you guys
I had
not
the
drive
phone.
together?
No, we all drove separately.
Why?
Because we had an ass load of equipment. that we
Yeah.
needed to get
Oh,
up there.
fair.
So I had like phone on the little like dash
Yep.
cam thingy,
Yep.
and just slightly popping my head up to make sure. Like I was in the
Driving back from
I was
Palm
in the
Beach
middle
felt
lane. It was
horrible.
dangerous. It was
I felt
terribly
like
dangerous.
it was the first time in my life I felt like an old like sports hag in some ways. I've never
watching
because
golf.
I've never cared about golf, and like I got my mom picked me up from the airport because she was watching Code all weekend, and she was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, sorry, hold on,
Yeah.
they're
dude,
doing a
it's-
fucking.
Dude, the start of it where like
Rory's about to
Rory-
fucking win
Rory-
the Masters.
how
I was
about
like,
when
don't talk to me
Rory
right now. I
dou-
never thought I would say that.
Rory doubles the first hole, and then Bryson birdies number 2. He's got a stroke lead all of a sudden. Then Rory comes back, couple birdies back
Oh
to
my
back.
God.
Dude,
It
the
was
start of the round
cinema.
was the best part of the round, and
It
then
was
Rory
literally
starts choking
cinema.
on the back again. Like,
Well, no, and then
that
like
one
Rory
shot
looked like
on
it was a runaway.
13.
He was like he had a 4-stroke lead. He was 13 under. Next
Then he
closest was
chunks a
9,
wedge
and then
into
he
the fucking-
and then
oh
he
my
double bogeys
God.
another,
Yeah.
and then he fucking puts it in the bunker on 18, and then misses that par putt. And I was like, he's really gonna.
I also had a lot of
I thought
fun
he was gonna blow it
because
again.
it's not like I know any golf storylines, but you just read Twitter and everyone's just like, Rory's going to choke again, Rory's going to choke again. So now I'm involved in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he's going to do it again.
Well, and you
and
see-
if they
you see
go
him from-
deeper than that, I can't follow up, but I'm
And
just
you
like, that's
see-
what I saw.
You
He
see
goes,
an 18 middle of the fairway. He puts it in the bunker. You're like,
Perfect
dude.
shot. I was like,
dude,
Are
that's what
you
I was saying. He
kidding
puts it right in the
me?
middle of the fairway. You're like, dude.
Oh my god! But
I'm
then the
telling
shot
you,
in
He
the
was being
playoff
middle of
hole.
fairway with a short iron or wedge in his hand. going up
Dude,
the
and then
hill.
when Bryson hit into the water,
Yeah, which
well, the
time?
crazy thing too is like if he puts that close, he then birdied 16 right after that. He would have been 10 under.
That also,
And then could have
if he-
birdied 17
if
or
he doesn't
18
have
to get
such
to
an
11.
aggressive
All right.
line on 11, he's going right at the
yeah.
pin there. Just hit the green.
a lot of golf
The
talk. a lot of golf
the
talk.
shot by Rory on 15, the
Oh my
draw around
God.
the trees to within 10
Dude.
feet for eagle, which he then
What
missed.
about the one he hit on 7?
I
the
didn't-
one
I
through
wasn't
the
watching it.
trees.
I didn't get to look at that at that
was
point.
sick.
I only got to see like
Dude.
14 on. Enough
He
golf
hit one
talk.
through
but
the trees, through the
this,
bunkers.
this,
It was
if
fun.
a
It was
moment
fun.
ever warrants golf talk, it was
fun.
this moment.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
that's
so
fine.
sick.
I have no issues with
It was
that.
so sick.
I watched. I enjoyed it. That was good.
Golf's
was-
cool. You should start
Golf
golfing.
rules. Golf rules.
Wait, I just realized. Golf shirt.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I wore my
Yeah.
golf shirt.
Golf guy.
In
Big golf
celebration
guy.
today. We each have 3 things,
Yes,
right?
I have
we
one
each have
thing.
one thing.
Each
Okay,
have 3.
We each have one, which adds up to 3.
Yeah, there's a few things to talk about, I feel like.
Yeah,
but
is there any
Maybe
NFL
we,
news
but
that has
like
come out?
nothing has happened in the NFL again.
I've
So
seen,
like we should be
I've seen some
cautious.
mock drafts that are interesting if we want to
I
talk
do
about
want us to
mocks.
only have 3 specific things of
Because
NFL
you're
related.
tired.
Well, not just that, because like I'm the one that is still editing this,
Yes.
and then we also have an episode that comes out Friday, and still nothing is happening. and
I've seen interesting mocks though. We want to talk about.
There's been like a couple guys draft stocks that's up and down. Like
I've seen Abdul Carter and Shador Sanders to the Browns could be a fun thing for Cleveland.
I've seen
Would go awfully.
Shadur's, his draft stocks is plummeting.
Yeah,
according to a lot
horribly.
of people.
Yeah.
I've been hearing he
Where
could
do I
drop to the
start?
20s.
Where should we start?
I can start. I'll start. Mine's just like an easy one.
Layups?
It's about the draft.
and it's about
All of
the
our
draft.
stuff is, I think, about the draft.
Yeah,
some
we're
capacity.
in draft mode
We're in
now.
draft
We're,
mode.
We're in
we're
draft
done
mode.
bullshitting. There will be a bracket on
We're in
Friday's
draft mode.
episode.
We're in draft
No, and next week, I don't know which specific episode it will be
Are we locked in?
confirmed. I don't
you
know
gonna
which
say
one
the
it
name?
is.
Surprise.
I could see the name. No.
Just say it. Just fucking say it.
No, wait, don't say it because then it's gonna make.
It might jinx it.
Don't say it.
I don't think he's going to jinx it. He's super into it.
No,
Okay,
I know.
then just say
That's not what
it.
I'm worried about. All right, tell
Miami
people.
Hurricanes player from this past year. Potentially the all-time leading receiver for the Miami Hurricanes. In terms
All-time leading receptions and passing and
receptions. Yeah,
receiving touchdowns.
yeah. Big fan. He's
Say his name.
Xavier
You never say
Restrepo.
his
Xavier
name.
Restrepo.
Restrepo.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
wait to
Cam
have
Ward's
him
favorite target. It's gonna be sick.
which does give you a little teaser. He might come up in this list.
All
I'm
right,
not gonna give.
layups.
This is going to be an easy layup. This one, I guarantee you, gets 500,000 views. Just gonna call my shot here once this one gets out there. Yeah.
I'll set a floor for
How do
mine
you guys
as well.
think? Like, what's the wording for this? Like, top 10 fantasy football players in the draft, or top 10
He's gonna be the top 10 rookies.
in fantasy football for
fantasy football next
2025?
year.
Yeah. All right. There, Jack nailed it. Jack nailed it.
That was good, right?
I'm just cold.
It is
My
chilly in
fingers
here.
are
Let's start chatting a
yeah,
little more.
Yeah.
This is the top 10 rookies going into the 2025 fantasy football season.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, I get exactly what you're saying.
You get
now.
exactly
Yes,
what
yes,
I'm
yes,
saying.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
this one, I want every single one of these guys on my team. I love rookies in fantasy football. I
They're
think.
so much fun.
So these are guys like dude, BTJ in the second to last round
Yeah.
last year. Just
Unlike, and obviously the situation that they end up in tells
Matters,
you
yes.
most everything about how they're going to
Well,
actually be
you're
opportunities,
used.
saying
everything.
if these are
Yeah.
in ideal situations.
But this
where they
is
get
like
opportunities, yes.
assuming idea, slightly considering the situation they might end up in, but most of it just like kind of eliminating that as a potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number
This is-
one, it's Ashton Genty.
Because someone, it's probably the Cowboys.
No,
I don't know if
they
he'll
got
fall that far.
bro. They
They're
also
mocking him top 10.
They also got Miles Sanders and fucking Javonte Williams. That like, why would they draft Ashton Genty and add them
You
to that
want-
mix? Like, well, that just doesn't make
I
any
just
sense.
like
Two
I
guys
hope
are
to God he
really
falls
not
to the
good.
right situation so I can take him top 5. In my
I think he's
fantasy
going
Yeah,
to the.
draft.
yeah.
I think he's going to the Raiders. Top
I
10.
can see that, and I would take him. How early would you take him if he goes to the Raiders?
I would take him top 10.
Gino.
I would no doubt take him top 10, and I would consider top 5.
He's a first rounder.
My only worry for him, I don't know how much he does receiving. He didn't have much last year, but in 2023, he did have 43 catches for almost 600 yards.
I don't think the Raiders
So-
are a good enough offense. I would be slightly concerned.
I don't know, but with Geno, Brock, Ashton
would-
Genty, they could
Brock?
maybe
Oh,
Bowers.
Bowers. Yeah.
Like Geno Smith's a
Okay.
Pete Carroll. I don't know.
weapon.
I don't know.
But he's still
Number
the goal no
one.
matter what.
Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Number 2, got Omarion Hampton. If he ends up in the right situation, he will be an RB1 at the end of the season.
I saw him. Where's some other mocks that where
Omarion.
Omarion.
He's gonna be a first round pick, right?
He in a lot he's going late first round,
Yeah.
early second.
Yeah.
Could probably slide to the first. He had over 2,000 total yards last year, 38 catches. Like
he's-
the dude's a
he's
stud in
good.
every aspect of the game. If he can be a lead back for an NFL team, I will be taking him very early
North
as well.
Carolina, correct?
Yes, UNC guy.
We're gonna see where he's gonna go right now.
Yeah, just
Mel-
first
where's
mock
he
draft.
at?
Where does the first mock draft have him go?
This is the Mel Kiper.
Mel Kipers.
Mel Kiper.
Just give me a
I
second.
just saw Mizzou guy in there. Nice.
Give me a second. Omarion Hampton to the Dallas Cowboys.
At 12?
At 12.
Wow,
In
that
Mel
is
Kiper's
early.
most
He's
recent mock.
Shooting up.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys take a running back. Where is Ashton Genty?
I would draft the shit out
Yeah,
of Omarion
I think he was to
Hampton
the
right there.
Raiders. Raiders.
Oh, interesting.
6.
That
Well,
seems too high for
We'll
me.
talk Cowboys a little bit more coming up because there's a couple other guys that are being mocked going there. At number 3, I have Tyler Warren out of Penn State.
Go to the Jets.
Yeah, just do what you did with Brock Bowers
Is
last
he going
year.
to the
Exactly.
Jets?
I want him for the Jets. If he goes to the Jets, he would be further down this list because I don't think Justin Fields is going to get enough passing game
Okay.
going on for him to be a stud. But you look at Brock Bowers, you look at Sam Laporta, both guys, rookie tight ends that performed in their first season, and he's got a better PFF receiving grade
People are
than both of them.
comping Tyler Warren to literally fucking Rob Gronkowski.
Dude,
I've seen.
every time I watch this
Like-
dude play, he is a fucking unit.
Yeah.
I
I made a shit ton of money on his more than the better picks.
I feel
last
like
year.
tight end is one of like the top 5 hardest positions to translate into the NFL from college.
Yes,
to the
but he's a
NFL.
senior. He's played at Penn State. They run a
It
pro
is-
offense there.
It is difficult.
He's also just a fucking stud.
Because you'll see guys like a OJ Howard or a Noah Fant who are supposed to be studs and they just don't do
Kyle
shit.
Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitt. Like
But I don't know. Trey McBride, Sam Laporta, Brock Bowers, a bunch of guys that like have been solid as young players.
highly
Like
touted.
it happens more often now than it maybe did in the past.
Well,
and
yeah.
he's a pass catcher. He's more known for his pass catching, but that also is a little tricky because then you need to be a good blocker in order to get on the field.
time, yep.
But yeah, I love him. I love him.
I think he's gonna be a stud.
I'll draft him.
It just it does depend where he goes.
Yeah.
of course.
If he goes to the Jets, ass. Number 4, I have Tet McMillan.
I saw him
Unanimous.
to the Cowboys.
So that a lot of people saying he could maybe fall there. Most mocks have him going top 10. If he goes to the Cowboys, though, holy fuck,
Do you think I saw potentially Patriots him with Stephon Diggs?
that would be
fun.
very cool.
Seen that. Where's he going in this?
I'm trying to look. Falls to the Broncos to 20.
That's
That's
a
a
big fall.
That's a steal for the Broncos.
And I would love him there too.
No, but he's
because he'd be a
but
2
he's-
behind Cortland.
Yeah, but isn't he like?
I know, but I like
He's
him
like
as
a bigger
2.
body.
He is. He's like 6'4".
Yeah,
I
it's
like a
Cortland
rookie
Sutton.
wide receiver as a 2. I'm a fan of because you got the attention taken away by the CD
true.
Lambs of the
No, it's
world,
fair, it's
and
fair.
then it's
I'm a sucker for a 6'4"
Is
bitch.
Luther Bird in the first round of this mock?
dude. He's plummeting in a lot of drafts.
know, I don't
but
understand
he'll be
why.
on my list somewhere.
I
Don't worry,
appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah, he
Yep.
gets in here.
I can talk about him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
Dude,
have
also,
his shirt on.
quick side note, I have some Broncos fan page reposted my Bo Nix take from last year.
There you go.
And I am getting so many fucking DMs from
so-
Broncos fans.
After this, let's go through your DMs.
Like, they're all pretty, and I'm always just like nice, and I'm like, guys, I was nice to you guys after you started playing well, but now I'm fully back to hating Bo Nix and the Broncos and why
Good.
Yeah, me too.
because they're being annoying. Let's see.
Yeah,
Actually, the reason I say it, someone just responded. So yeah, no, he's still being a prick.
What did he say?
So he sent Bo Nix on Friday. I didn't respond. Then yesterday he goes Bo Nix, Bo Nix, Bo Nix, Bo Nix. I
Okay.
go, I apologize for that take multiple times throughout the season, but I hope he sucks this year because of all you in my DMs. And then he goes, typical Mets Jets fan, must suck. And then I'm just gonna say, I hope your baseball career tanks. He's got a bunch of pictures as a baseball player. This guy looks like he's maybe in high school, so that's a little bit of a prick. Yeah, all right. I won't be too mean to him.
Hope you tear your
and then
rotator cuff. Say that.
I'm baiting one other guy who he goes, "You're terrible at your job," and then I go, "And why is that, buddy?" And then I'm gonna hit him with, "You wish you had my fucking job." Asshole."
Yeah.
So just waiting on that one. All right, back to the list.
I'm gonna start using that because I get those sometimes.
Yeah.
That's good bait.
Yeah, just baiting him into it. At number 5, wasn't sure where to put him. It's Travis Hunter. So is he gonna play both sides of the ball? I don't know.
But I do want him on my fantasy team in case.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I want
I
him.
do.
I want him on my team. Yeah.
He says he wants to play 100% of the snaps.
He's not. Well, it doesn't
He's
matter what
definitely
he's
not
gonna say.
gonna. But the fact that he wants to leads me to believe like a team drafting him is gonna have that conversation with him, and like he will get used a lot.
Like
on both
I
sides.
want to own a yacht. You know, it's
Yeah.
not possible right now.
Yeah, he shouldn't play both sides of the ball.
No, it's a ridiculous
It's a
expectation.
dumb
I think you
fucking-
can
It's
do
not
it.
gonna happen. NFL, it's not gonna happen. And
So
you shouldn't want to.
are
to
you
make
gonna?
money.
I don't know if I'm gonna draft him on my fantasy team. Like the fact that all of a
I
sudden,
don't know what position.
all of a sudden they could just be like, he's a defensive player now, and then I don't get to use it at all.
I would like. I don't know where he's getting drafted in fantasy, but I would like him in like one of the last rounds.
Yeah,
as a
totally.
flyer.
I think what's going to happen in August is you're going to have wherever he gets drafted, it's going to be all these beat reports that are coming out. He's being used in multiple packages and all these different things. And then like it's either going to be on the spectrum of
All
like
corner.
he gets overused or he doesn't get used at all. You're going to
Yeah.
be fucking furious. So
Yeah.
I don't want to take that chance to draft him regardless.
At number 6, I have Texas wide receiver Matthew Golden. He's shooting
pretty
up a lot
good.
of draft
Yeah.
boards,
Fast.
and a lot of people had him going to the Cowboys if Ted McMillan doesn't
That-
fall there.
that high?
And yeah, like
Jesus
I saw.
Christ.
So basically, when I was doing this, I looked up 5 mock drafts just to get a vibe for where they're
Yep.
going.
Yeah, yeah.
2 out of the 5 had him going to the Cowboys that early. So
That's crazy.
It would be he's climbing quick, but any rookie wide receiver playing next to CD Lamb and Dak
gonna
Prescott
do
throwing
well.
the
He's
ball,
gonna do
I
well.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Number 7.
My guy,
Luther Burden.
Luther Burden the third. All right.
Draft stock falling. A lot of people have him
I
going in
don't
the second.
understand why.
But for fantasy purposes, that's good. You go to a better situation the later in the
You're gonna
first round
use
you
more.
go,
Yep.
or early second team that really wants you trades up to
He's
get
so
you.
a chief.
I think this is. They have so many talents.
Dude,
So many pieces.
Luther, like as someone that went to Mizzou, huge Mizzou fan, I watched Luther Burden.
I was going to
play.
say, tell me about him.
So he fast as shit, insane route
And
runner.
you're a scout.
He's
You-
got
in your past life, you are a scout.
He's got crazy hands. I mean, he was the number 1 overall recruit as a wide receiver.
Why is
out of high
his
school.
stock falling?
I
Small
don't
hands.
necessarily know.
Small hands.
Is that real or
He
not?
had extremely small hands.
Really?
Yep, yep.
Oh well, he catches fucking everything. Look at his one-handed, almost should have been game-winning touchdown against South Carolina last
Small
year.
hands,
Anyway,
though.
so that's my point. He is, in my opinion, essentially Debo Samuel if Debo was a better receiver.
Okay.
That's exactly what his comp is.
that's
He
the
can come
comp
out
you
of the
get, I
backfield.
mean-
He can do a lot of different stuff. You can be a downfield threat. You can be whatever.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys like I would love to see go to a mastermind offensively, like a fucking Andy Reid, like someone that can utilize him like that. It would be sick.
Yeah. At number 8, I have Ohio State running backs, Travion Henderson or Quinshawn Junkins.
Either or.
Really depends whichever one goes to a team where they have a path to becoming the lead back. If either one of those guys becomes a lead back in an offense, I think they're both
Yeah,
fucking
either guy's a
studs.
stud.
Yeah.
What, you don't like them?
No, I'm thinking like I
Travion's
need
getting
you to run
drafted
back
higher
this
now.
list after the draft.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because like for me, it's so hard to like even comment and be like, yeah, they're going to be great in
Pat's
fantasy.
just
But, like,
saying
it's all,
these guys he thinks are going to be the best players.
yeah, I just don't know where they're going. So
it's
like,
really tough.
Yeah.
But it is, you kind of get a vibe.
Yeah.
But like you said, once you see a depth chart and you're like, oh, well, this guy's going to be the number 2 option in the passing game, I'm drafting the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a rookie
That was like
from
a
last year.
BTJ last year. He's gonna be the one.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'll fucking
BTJ,
take
and you're
him.
like, well, wait, he's the first option. Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball. Like, Jags aren't good, but it's kind of going to get points.
Some passes.
At number 9, I have Emeka Ibuka. 3 of those 5 mock drafts had him going to the Chargers next to Ladd McConkey. That would be so sick.
That would be a good duo.
That would be so sick.
Doesn't
You don't
do
like that
anything for
one? You
Adam.
don't like that?
Luka's not a big body. That's why.
No, it's just again I keep coming back to it. It's like it's fun, but like I need to see it.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
just
good.
need
We
to
have
see
one
it.
soon.
Say it. You're seeing it. Him on the
Adam,
Chargers.
I don't see it.
Adam, 10 days.
Him on the
10
Chargers.
days
I got
you'll see
10
it.
days. Fine.
Him on the Chargers.
I love the jersey. He looks good.
You don't like it? You wouldn't draft him if he went to the Chargers.
I actually don't think he could look good in the Chargers uniform.
I think everyone looks good in the Chargers.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
And then at number 10, is there a little bias? I don't know. I don't think so. I probably would have put him on this list anyway because I actually am going to draft him in
You
every
were
league.
You did say it before.
I said that before. Xavier Restrepo. So,
Hands team.
he has
Good route
a
runner.
clear path to being a starter in the NFL right away. As a slot receiver, it's harder if you're an outside receiver and you need to beat out somebody,
Yep.
but a third option slot receiver, you can slide right into being like a actual piece in an offense. Think Hunter Renfrow on the Raiders like 8 years
Just
ago.
go in there, be smart, find a little gap in the defense.
And his draft stock's falling right now because he ran a slower than expected 40 time at his pro day.
It's pretty slow.
But dude,
So-
I'm gonna
so-
look at
hold on.
the fucking tape. I don't give a shit.
But there was context also on that. Allegedly, he had been hurt, and we'll ask him about it. and We'll talk about it. But he was hurt prior to that. He said he shouldn't have run the 40.
But it's also
and
like,
that was
dude, you
the reason
have
why.
2 years of tape where this guy put up back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with different quarterbacks. He's the all-time leading receiver. In
Also, with the
catches and
amount of
touchdowns.
with the amount of receivers
Like,
that have come through Miami, the fact that he is the all-time fucking leader in receptions and receiving
Andre
yards is
Johnson,
insane.
one of them.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
And it's like he ran slow, like big fucking whoop. Anquan Bolden, his 40 time,
Santana
4.71. So if he can get a little quicker, he's gonna be a fucking stud.
He'll be fine.
And he's also like now with his stock falling, he might go to the 4th or 5th, and he could end up in an amazing situation. Think of Puka Nacua type last
Yep.
Something like
2
that.
years ago.
Yeah.
I
Like,
will
he needs
actually
to
be
go-
taking him.
He's going to go to a team that really actually wants him.
Yeah.
Like,
And there you have it. There is value in the rookies this year in fantasy football.
I need you to run back that list after the draft.
And then I also have honorable mention. You'll notice I didn't say Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Yeah.
Don't think Cam Ward with the Titans, that offense and that team just fucking
not
sucks.
gonna be good, yeah.
And then Shadur Sanders, we don't know where he's going to go, and neither one of them has much running upside. And that's really what I'm looking for in a rookie QB.
Yeah.
And then honorable mentions, I have Cam Scadaboo. If he
Could
goes
be-
to a right
could be
situation,
touchdown boy.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
And then Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State. I saw some tweet about him and how his quarterback play is why he doesn't have big numbers, but
Okay,
he's
yeah.
actually
Their
fucking
quarterback
sick.
at Iowa State was not amazing.
Yeah, so something
He's a
about
big
that.
runner. Yeah.
He's one of those names where like not the same name value as other wide receivers, but you could take him and really get some value there.
I was going to see if Adam knew what position he was.
Who?
Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like I'm
Pretty sure he's related to T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, really?
We
I
actually
just made
almost
that up. I
had
have no
Jaden
idea.
Higgins on the pot.
Yeah.
When we
Really?
were at Super Bowl, we were asked. If we wanted
But
him
yeah,
on the pot.
like
Oh, wait. Did they say he's T. Higgins' cousin or some shit?
I don't
like
think
that?
so.
No.
at the end of the day, draft rookie wide receivers. If you didn't learn that lesson last year, you'll learn it this
Just
year.
do it. Just do it. It's fun.
And there you have it.
Good shit, Pat.
Thanks, guys.
Good shit.
Thanks, bros. Did you guys eat lunch
So
yet?
do-
I did.
Yeah, you
I
didn't.
haven't eaten anything.
I can't. I'll be
started
honest. I
today.
can't stop thinking about taxes.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, your number would freak me out. Just file an extension and talk to a CPA. I'm not a CPA. I'm not licensed. And I'm not a tax CPA. There are different types of CPAs.
All right, you guys ready for this?
What do you got?
All right, I ranked every single first overall pick since 2000. There's 25 guys
fun. Yes.
that have been drafted since then. Do you like this or not? I can't tell.
No,
from
I
your
do.
voice.
I felt like you would have been better positioned to round us out of this episode. I feel like mine was.
I would agree with that.
More centered around.
Adam's going right now, not me.
I would agree with that, just because it's back-to-back ranking. I forgot what Yeah, no, his was more discussion-based.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
I agree with that.
That was good though.
Good call.
That
Good
was
call.
very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
for that
Just
one.
kidding. I'm not even doing that.
2000?
I'm not even doing that.
So
Since
I
2000? That's a lot of picks.
Yeah, so Pat, you were talking about Cam Ward a little bit, Shador. So I made a list. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'll tee it up. So I made a list of the top 5 teams that will contend if they nail the draft, right?
Oh,
so that's
that's
based on a
fun.
lot of different things. But here are the top 5 teams that will contend this year when they nail the draft. Now,
So these teams are all going to nail the draft. is what
these
you're
teams
saying.
they have to nail the draft they in order for them to do it.
Okay,
But
yeah.
the contend has multiple meanings. Contend could be win the division.
Oh.
Contend could be win a Super Bowl. It has to be in the
Okay.
context
I feel like
of
contending
where the
means-
team actually is and what that next jump probably
I'm
is.
gonna be real. When I hear contending, I just think you could win a Super Bowl.
Well, I wanted to include a team on here that
Would you have the fucking
would be a fun
Colts?
discussion.
I was gonna say when I hear contend, I think playoff team.
I think
but
playoff team.
It sounds to you, your interpretation of it was taking that next step.
Yeah, whatever that step might look like to them, I want to say, because I'm not going to sit here and be like,
all right, I'm intrigued.
I'm not going to sit here and say that this team, now they nail this draft and now they can go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like that just
Okay.
feels dumb. You know, 1 to 5, 5 to 1. 5 to
I don't
1.
think it
How are
matters
they
that
ranked? Is there any ranking actually?
Yeah, there's 1 to 5. I think like
I know,
if this
is team one Super
if this,
Bowl
Do
and
one,
five
do one,
is-
do one.
number 1, if this team nails the draft, I believe they can potentially go to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Go to, not win, is what you're saying.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they only have
Nice.
6 picks.
Okay.
What?
Do they have a first rounder?
I think so. I didn't go that far.
I don't
No,
know.
I only have
like you
total
should know
picks.
that.
No. Why? Yes, they do.
I'm gonna look it up. Keep
I didn't fucking- I
I
didn't
have a
go.
weird feeling they don't.
I didn't go down the rabbit hole of like specific,
Yeah.
what pick, who they're going to draft. But to me, if the Cincinnati Bengals can nail 6 picks, which is not a lot of fucking picks at all, they give money to Jamar, they give money to T. I also found out in all of the picks, their last 24 guys that the Bengals have drafted, only 2 of them have been Pro Bowlers. That's Jamar and Joe Burrow. They have not been able to
good.
nail the draft. Trey Hendrickson might leave. I think the Bengals, if they can nail the draft, they can really take
They
that next
better
step.
fucking draft 6 defensive players. I don't care.
Offensive linemen too, like, dude.
Their offense works.
think they're-
they were scoring 30 points
I
a
know.
game.
It's just not. I don't think it's feasible for them to be able to draft that many rookies that'll contribute on.
Well,
the
6,
defensive
that's
side.
the hard
take a
part
look at
with
the
6.
Eagles.
Like,
Yeah, but they don't all
they have a lot
contribute
of
in year
picks.
1. There was like guys that contributed in like year 2
Quinyon
and
Mitchell
3.
and Cooper DeJean were
No,
massively
like,
important
Nakobe
pieces
Dean
on
didn't
that
do
team.
shit until year 2.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, rookies can come
for
in
the
and
most part,
contribute.
Eagles got impactful guys right out of the gate.
And
But,
that's
like,
them. Their 2 starting cornerbacks are rookies.
Yeah.
Those are 2, arguably the 3rd and 4th most important
No,
pieces
I
of your
just-
defense.
Whatever. I just think.
Howie Roseman's
I just think if the Bengals nail the draft, that's the team that makes like
I
the
agree.
jump.
They own all of their picks 1 through 6 rounds, so they
Okay.
don't own their 7th.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. good for them.
Number
Yeah.
2, this team right there with the Bengals could have easily put them 1.
Okay.
It's the 49ers. Jack, you have 11
right
fucking
there.
picks.
11?
All right.
Yeah, we're right
Your
there.
roster is way too good still to be picking in the top 12.
Yeah, we're right there. Give me a corner.
Yeah, that's like cheating. It's like they tanked because things went wrong.
What
and now they have too good
the
of a
reason
pick.
I put the
We were
Niners
starting
there is I
Brandon
think back to
Allen.
like 2019 when you guys had all these injuries and then you were able to get like Bosa, you're able to get Drake Greenlaw, you're able to get Deebo Samuel. So you're in a position, and it's also
Holy
similar to
shit.
the Eagles. Like I think the Eagles 2 years ago
I think we have
or
a
20.
4th because of
Why do you get all these compensatory picks for?
from Salah, from Mike McDaniel,
Oh, yeah.
from D'Amico Ryans.
I don't
You have
think-
4 picks in the top 100
don't-
and 5 in the top 113.
Mike McDaniel's technically.
No, I understand that,
we
but
got that.
it would be the following year. McDaniel's been a head coach, Salah's been a head coach. I don't think that's where.
D'Amico.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be they
Dude,
become?
I
a head-
don't know how.
I don't think the
compensatory picks
compensatory-
You
work.
have a bunch. You have 4 of them.
You have
Yeah.
a bunch, but I don't think they come from those coaches because it would be the following year. It wouldn't be like 3 years down the line.
Dude, I don't fucking know how compensatory picks
Yeah,
work. I'm not
you
going to
did.
pretend
Anyway.
to.
Anywho, I also think back to the Eagles. The Eagles in 2021 went 9-8. The following year, they got Jordan Davis. Now Jordan Davis hasn't
Love
been this
this
stud,
comp.
but the
Yeah,
fact of
love
the
this
matter
comp.
is, these teams are way too good to be drafting within the top 15.
Yes.
The roster is too good, so I put the Niners at number 2 because I think the Niners with 11 picks can easily get back to the Super Bowl if they nail the draft.
Get an offensive lineman. Hopefully,
Yeah, what do you
Membu.
want?
That's
Yeah,
what I
what
want.
what is
Go
the
get
formula,
him.
Jack?
So it's get an offensive lineman, get an interior defensive lineman, maybe an edge rusher, and a corner.
Holy
you get
shit,
those
that was
4.
so boring.
You got to nail the draft.
But
know,
that's the 4.
I'm a
That's
skill
the
position
4.
slut when it comes to the draft.
But that's what we got. Like we have that down pat. It's the
But
it's the
not-
nitty gritty.
Oh, I guess you have Ricky Pierce, Juwan, and Ayuk. That isn't
Ayuk's
bad.
good. You got Kittle still. You got
It's really if
McCaffrey.
Ayuk comes back
Garendo looks
healthy.
good. Like yeah. So it's get another person to protect Brock, protect his ass. Get another person to rush the passer. Get someone to stop the run, and get someone to just lock down someone alongside our other. Like that's all we need.
I like that.
That is exactly what we need. And
Well, that's
then
what
we
good
can
teams
fucking
need.
contend.
Yeah, good teams need pieces like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm a Jets fan, so I'm like I want
Like
the fucking
now
quarterback.
Lenore is our CB1. Now let's get another guy alongside him. Like that's what we need.
Number 3. Another team with pieces. I have way more faith in the team I just mentioned. I don't have much faith in this team. But if this team happens to nail the draft for the first time, which they never fucking do, the team can improve and get back to being 11-6, 12-5. It's the Miami Dolphins at number 3. They still got old pieces. Like
believe
Tyreek
in
is still there.
McDaniel?
Jalen
His
Ramsey.
nose gets really red
I don't
in the
know if
cold.
I do. I don't think I believe in Mike McDaniel anymore. But the truth is, there are still pieces in Miami from Achane. Obviously, Tua, whatever you think of him.
Jalen Phillips
Tua
be
has-
healthy this year?
Jalen Phillips, he's rehabbing. Then you have Bradley Chubb, who never came back. You lost Kendall Fuller. You lost Javon Hahn. Like, you have a ton of needs. But if the Miami Dolphins can nail the picks, which they won't because Chris Greer is terrible at drafting, They then can get back to 11-6, 12-5. I think the Dolphins can then win a playoff game. I put them at number 3.
Don't think you'll win a playoff game just because of the Dolphins. And in the playoffs, Adam, we're gonna
sorry,
have big old rosy cheeks and red nosed Rudolph out there, Mike
really
McDaniel.
cold, really cold.
It's true. I mean, again,
You're not hosting a playoff game.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the formula for the Dolphins? What
The
do you
Dolphins,
need?
they have the
So
Dolphins.
draft.
They have
What do you
10
need to-
picks.
I told you what I need to
We
draft.
just lost. We just lost Teron Armstead, but we drafted his replacement last year in Patrick Paul. Whether or not he's good or not, I have no.
I'm gonna be
fucking
real.
clue.
That name just doesn't give me confidence.
Yeah, but he's
me
big,
neither.
big boy. You would
Well, I
like
would
that
hope
big,
he's a
big boy.
offensive lineman.
So offensive lineman, I would like to keep drafting. I would like another lineman. I would love Will Campbell. I would literally suck someone sideways for that. Then we need another safety. We need another corner. We could use some linebacking help. We have a lot of fucking glaring needs.
It's a lot, but
I
linebackers
also
can get
need-
later in the
I
draft.
also need a wide receiver
needs.
3.
Top 3 needs.
Offensive lineman, corner, safety.
All right. Number 4.
Got it.
Adam's like, I need a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
You were telling
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Tua. Number 4. So this is really why I wanted to make this list, because I didn't want to just pick teams that are good, that can get to the Super Bowl. I really do believe that this team could change things around by not just nailing their first pick, which we know who their first pick is, but nailing other pieces in the draft. Number
Really?
4, it's the Tennessee Titans.
Hard
We
no on
saw,
this.
just
Very
listen
much
to me.
just don't believe in that franchise.
Just listen
Go
to
ahead,
me.
though.
We saw the Washington Commanders be a franchise that nobody believed in. They drafted Jaden Daniels. They went to the NFC Championship. 2 years before, we saw the Houston Texans, who were literally drafting 2 and 3, draft Will Anderson and fucking CJ Stroud. And
Got
what did
them
they
both.
do? Everyone was all over the Houston Texans. Now, the Tennessee Titans, they have a better skill position group than the worst team in the league. I think the Patriots have a worse skill position
No,
position
they have
group of
Stephon Diggs now.
Traylon Burks, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard,
and Tajay
Chigga
Spears
Conley.
out of Tulane, and they've also
I would take literally Stephon
invested
Diggs
in
and
the
nobody's
offensive line. No,
over that.
you wouldn't, because Stephon Diggs come off a 20
Stephon
ACL
Diggs,
and he's
Mondre,
older.
Kendrick Bourne's not
That
bad.
skill position group does not move the needle for me.
They're not the
remotely.
worst skill position group in
It
the
is.
NFL. No, I think the Jags are worse. Who the
No,
fuck do the
BTJ.
Jags? That's all they have.
Travis
BJ
Etienne.
Etienne, Tank Bigsby looks solid.
ETN, he didn't do anything last year for some
Ingram's
reason.
gone.
Look, I just think the Titans can turn
Where's
things
Ingram
around.
now? Denver, right?
They're going to hit Cam Ward. If Cam Ward is the guy, I think the Titans can turn it around and contend to win their division.
Their division is.
It's not a good division.
bad.
AFC South, exactly. With the
So-
Texans.
I just
Colts,
I feel
Jags.
like they're
That was the conversation.
They're just I think they're way too far away in general.
I just think we've
Like,
gotten to a place where we can't discredit where you're drafting to what you can do
know-
if you hit it.
you know who
because
I
it
think
happened 2 years in a row.
I think might be closer is that like the team that's drafting second is the Browns. If they can nail this first round, if you can get Abdul Carter and then if Shador is actually fucking
I just think the Browns
nasty,
have been going so far back. I think the Titans have already been sitting down
I
below.
think they're
and can
closer
really-
to it.
I
Whatever,
will.
that's my
Do
thought.
we remember what the line was for the Titans on wins?
I don't know, but
I
I'll
don't
take
know,
the over.
I'll take the under every.
Let's. I'll
The other part
to
to it is
6.5.
the other part to it is the Titans have drafted offensive linemen, so they already
6.5.
have young
You're
offensive
taking
linemen.
the over on 6.5. Actually,
If that's the line,
You know what they did?
Yeah, I'll
They
take 7.
did sign like I think 1 or 2 offensive linemen this offseason.
They also drafted one last year, so whatever.
Yeah, JC
Again,
Latham.
if they nail it, I think I'm not saying they go to the AFC Championship, but stranger things have happened, and it's happened the last 2 years.
Okay, I
and
really
last
hope
but not
your
least,
number 5 is who I'm
number
picking.
5. I had 3 honorable mentions in there, so
Oh,
I'm not going to.
oh my God.
We'll wait on it. But number 5, I went back and forth on what that team should be. I put the LA Rams. The LA Rams only have 7 picks. They lost in the divisional round to the Eagles. They were so close. Stafford comes back. They replaced Cooper Kupp with Devontae Adams. And Les Snead and Sean McVay have shown that they could nail the draft time and time again. They had Jared Verse.
don't know,
They
it could be
turned Quinn
Gladwell
Lake.
in Jacksonville.
I think
That
the
was a
LA
match, man.
Rams, if they nail this draft once again, we could be looking at a team that does go back potentially to the Super Bowl. Given that Stafford is back, given that Devontae's there, given that you have Puka, there are enough pieces. That's why I put him there.
I don't think
I don't
they
hate
even
it.
really need most.
I can mention my honorable mentions.
well, the only problem I have with the list is why was it even a ranked thing? Because if the Rams are below the Titans, what is the metric you're using?
the
to
metric
rank
that I am using,
is it how much they need to nail the draft in order to take that next step? Is that what you were thinking?
you know, I didn't go that far with it.
I think you shouldn't have
It's
called it a
just,
ranking.
it was
I
just
think
a
more
gut.
just a
It was
list.
just 1 through 5. Like
I
if
think
this
it's a
team,
list.
It's
More
a
so a
list.
list
It's
than
just
a
it's a.
no, but because when I think of the
Non-ranked-
Bengals, if they nail it, like I generally think the Bengals can go to the Super Bowl.
I think the
I
Niners.
know, so
could
that's
go
what
to
I mean.
the-
Like,
but I think
if that's
the
how
Niners
you're
nail
doing it, why are the Rams below the Titans?
Adam, if the Niners know they can
the
easily
Titans
do
can
it
win the
easier
division?
than
yeah, see,
Cincy.
you don't even know.
You've no,
Yeah.
but like
I don't hate the Rams being there. I agree. Like they're should be able to take a next step. I don't even know what they need. They
I don't
seem to
even
be
know if
pretty
like they
well
need
set.
to nail the draft.
Yeah. I think
I just
Devontae's
don't
a
think the
big,
Rams. Like I think
next
there's
step.
okay, maybe correct. Follow me here. There's a better chance if the Titans nail the draft. There's a better chance they win their division than if the Rams nail the draft that they go to the Super Bowl.
agree just because the Eagles exist.
That was just a lot of stuff.
Sorry. Okay. Honorable mentions.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still
They're
close.
still they
dude.
lost
Still a
Zach
good team.
Martin,
But,
new coach.
Brian
I don't know.
Shaw,
Yeah, I don't
not-
know. Number 2 in the honorable mentions, the Houston Texans.
Okay.
We're still forgetting, but
it's really smart of them trading away their best offensive line.
And number 3, the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
They're right there.
I think they're close, but
If you because you know they're going to go receiver that first round, right?
But my
If they
fear
can
with the
hit on that
Broncos
guy.
are, did they
Overexceed expectations.
a little bit?
Yes, they did.
I don't know because they got a lot better on
So whatever.
defense this
Those
year
are
in
those
the
top
offseason.
teams.
So does that mean you either don't believe in the Chicago Bears or you think they've already done enough to take that next step?
They're right there.
Because they were a team, they have 4 picks in the top 75. So
You got to
if
think
can
one of
hit
them's an
on
offensive
those,
weapon. Another's a lineman.
I think they should win 10 games minimum next year. It's a failure.
I guess to your question, what I would say is they've done enough to already not need to necessarily nail the draft.
I think he didn't think
No,
Yeah. Did
I
you
mean,
forget
like,
about them?
I didn't, like, forget about them, but, like, the way I kind of thought through these teams were, like, teams that I believe genuinely are right there, but, like, need 1 or 2 more pieces to get there. I think the Bears are a team that, like, have done the right moves. They traded for all these guys in free
If
agency.
they're not
They
10
rebuilt
and
the
7
offensive
minimum
line.
next year, I feel so sorry for my good friends.
I guess
Jay Petco and
we'll just
Rizzo.
see Ben Johnson how he does, but
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be.
There is no reason on planet Earth that they should not be better than 9-8 next year,
like dude, if they
except for being the Bears.
they are the Bears. That's
Exactly.
the problem. That's the problem.
So whatever.
Or no, the reason is Caleb Williams isn't good.
Maybe I
That-
should've made
that
a top
is-
10.
Yeah,
that's the only world where the Bears
He's
don't
just-
take a
he's just
big leap
bad.
next year is that he's actually bad, and it wasn't just the offensive line's fault all season long.
Even though it clearly was the
Very
offensive line's
evidently
fault.
was
Yes.
the offensive line's fault.
Yeah.
You forgot about him.
You forgot about that.
It's not that I forgot about them. It's that they didn't intrigue me as much.
Okay,
Well,
fair
no,
enough. I
it's
get it.
It's
Yeah.
like
Like, I do
I
think
guess,
they've done
DJ
enough.
and-
Like,
DJ and Rome. Maybe
Yeah, like
don't
they
do
are
that.
they're great. They're in a great
Do you think they're gonna
situation.
draft Ashton Genty? Because a lot of Bears fans are saying that.
I don't think the Bears fans want it for what I'm
I
hearing.
think it's
I've
like
heard some do.
it's another luxury, but, like,
it's a luxury to me.
it's beyond luxury. You don't need that. And DeAndre Swift was good.
They should take a tackle.
Yeah, like, keep building the
You
offensive
just get
line. Like,
another, yeah.
Just you can never have too many offensive linemen.
Dude, I
you can always
just-
move a tackle. Inside the
Inevitably,
guard.
you're not going to start the same 5 guys every single year.
Exactly.
all
They
year,
should take
right?
another tackle. Without
I just
doubt.
think, like, if 3 of any of these picks from any of those teams can turn into, like, a stud, however you consider that team could really take a serious fucking leap. And I don't know with the Bears.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be like, but they could take that.
I think. Am I
Like,
wrong
dude,
in
the
saying
Niners,
that?
dude, like, if the fucking Niners
Oh,
hit
if
on a
we-
couple picks, they're back.
Dude, if we hit on an offensive lineman and a D tackle, we're going.
If the Dolphins hit on a draft pick the way that Chop Robinson started to turn into an incredible pick towards the end of last year, the Dolphins could go win their playoff game that they need to, like, because Tua was hurt all year. So that's kind of how I saw this list. I
I want the Jets to draft Tyler Warren. If we're just talking about our teams,
Things
for a
that we
quick
want
second.
now, yeah, we're gonna do that.
I want Tyler Warren. If we draft another fucking offensive lineman, I don't care if it's the smart, responsible, good.
You don't care if
thing
it's
to
the
do.
best one too.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just like we've drafted so many recently that I'm just sick and tired of it.
It's fair.
Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
And also, like last year, taking Olufashinu 1 pick before Brock Bowers. If then like we take Armand Membu and then Tyler Warren goes 8 to whatever team and is as good as Brock
That'd be
Bowers was, then I'm
yeah,
gonna freak the fuck
That
out.
almost feels like a reach for him too. Like
Tyler
for you
Warren?
guys. No,
Or Membu?
Armand Membu. That seems like for you guys because he's gonna be a Niners.
If Will Campbell's there at 7, I wouldn't be too upset with that pick.
I feel he's gonna go top 5.
Yeah.
All right, Jack.
Say, that was like
What's
if Joe
yours?
Alt fell to the Jets, I would have loved it last year, but that was never
Yep.
going to happen.
All right. I ranked every single first overall pick since 2000. There's 25
Yes, you
of
did.
them. I'm gonna go 25 to 1 because I think that's more fun.
Without a doubt, it has to be 25.
Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah. Jamarcus Russell.
I'm listening. I'm
Okay,
just
I can never-
I'm literally creating a run of show.
Nice.
See?
Nice.
Adam's game, Jack's game.
Did I get it?
Number 25 might be the worst draft pick in NFL history.
Sports history.
Jamarcus Russell to the Raiders in 2007.
Sports history.
People forget was awesome in college. Just got really fat and sucked fucking ass.
No, he got paid and then stopped caring.
Yeah. I do have a Jamarcus Russell signed football in my apartment. That's a real
pretty
fun
cool.
memorabilia
Think there's
piece I
someone
got.
worse? You're always making a lot of faces that I'm just like trying to read your.
Well, you said it's
I don't
Sports
think
history.
anything's going on up there a
Well,
lot.
first, I mean,
Taxes.
Anthony Bennett's
I was
up
there.
there.
Why are you
Anthony
still
Bennett's
thinking
one.
about taxes?
I have a lot to do in the next like 6 hours.
I think they're right there toe and toe. or toe-to-toe, Anthony Bennett and Jamarcus Russell.
Those are by far the two worst in sports.
I think I'm taking Jamarcus Russell just because like drafting a quarterback at that spot is
Yep.
like different than just like another guy on your team.
I also-
and that draft class was fucking atrocious.
I also just think like when you think worst number 1 picks, I think everyone's head goes to Jamarcus Russell for
Well,
solely
dude,
pop culture related
like
issues.
It's like his second or third year in the league. He weighed in at over 300 pounds at training camp
Yeah.
as a
Wasn't-
quarterback.
his career
Like,
was done after what, 3 or 4 years, right? Like he was retired.
I want to say it was 3 years.
And that's a
don't
first
remember.
overall pick. That's insane. All right,
And
keep
like
going.
he was after he was so fucking bad. Oh my
So
god.
bad.
Number 24. I didn't hear about this guy till I was looking up that he was drafted first overall. Courtney Brown to the Browns in 2000.
fun. Nope.
Another shit ass Browns draft pick.
Yeah, what position did he play?
I believe they said he was an edge rusher.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad
Next.
pick. Never
Defensive
heard of
end. He lasted 5 years though. He lasted longer than Jamarcus. I remember. I was looking at that. So
Never
yeah.
heard of him.
So number 23, the first ever pick by the Houston Texans, David Carr in 2002 from Fresno State. You know, his brother's a lot better.
Yeah.
Brothers-
Is he, though?
brothers-
Yeah,
Derek
definitely.
Carr is
Derek Carr-
miles better than
Because
Derek.
Derek
Derek Carr was at least
Derek-
mentioned in the same sentence as MVP at some point in his
That
career.
is true. That is true. That is
David
true.
Carr was really
He was bad.
You see the recents on Derek Carr that they need a quarterback. He has a shoulder injury that's gotten really bad.
Oh, I did see that he might
Yeah.
miss the season.
Yeah.
You mean Derek Carr? You said David. I was like, is he making a comeback?
Did I say David?
Carr? Yeah, you did.
I meant Derek.
Also, it being the first pick of your franchise's history.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Thinking it's like your future quarterback franchise
You really think
cornerstone.
Fresno State guy's going to be that?
Yeah, that was a
Come on
fuck
now.
up.
Sorry about that. That's
Yeah.
tough. Number 22. God, this one's tough. Sam Bradford to the Rams. He had so much potential.
That far down the list, he was like half decent for a little bit.
But he just was never, he's always hurt. You
Lot of
never
injuries.
never unlocked Sam Bradford, what the guy that you hoped he was going to be from Oklahoma, like this
you know what
this
it
fucking
is? It's,
stud.
His face. It's just like
It's dumb.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
like his
I
helmet.
wouldn't
His
even say
helmet.
dumb.
You know, he had the big
Yeah,
sleeves.
big sleeves. His
Yeah.
his
Also,
whole
I
look.
feel like he's got a beaver look to him.
Yeah, like kind of a baby face. His whole look just wasn't NFL superstar look.
It's fair.
Yeah,
You look at Joe Burrow and then look at Sam Bradford. You
No,
tell me
that
what
you're
you
No, but
100%
think.
right.
it was with Sam Bradford, it was all injuries. Like that's the
Yes.
problem.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
never got hurt, I actually think he would have been really good because he did have years we
That's what
played.
I'm saying.
You're
He
like,
was
holy fuck, look at
serviceable.
Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
And he just got hurt again.
Yeah.
So I have him at 22. It's unfortunate. Number 21, I have Bryce Young to the Panthers in 2023. It's still too early to really like.
jury's
put
out.
him- yeah,
Jury's out.
I don't know if the jury's out.
it's hard with him
He was
and the guy that
finishing
was drafted first last year, Caleb, because like you really don't know that
don't
much.
know,
Like
yeah.
because Bryce looked bad, he got benched, but then he looked good
Looked
when he
really
came
good during
back
the
from
season
that.
last
So it's like
year, yeah.
I'm not out on Bryce Young, and I don't think
What's
anyone
your
can be
conviction
out
if
on
the
Bryce
jury
Young
isn't
yet.
out?
Do you think
I
he's
thought
shit?
he was I thought he was playing really, really well towards the back half of last year.
But he also looked terrible for the other
beginning
year and a
of
half
the
of his
year,
career.
yeah.
Like
But
it's.
Okay.
So-
I still think I don't
You're
think
gonna see this list and you're gonna be like, wow, there's actually a lot of
Got to
really,
remember
really
these are
good
first overall picks.
No, I
so
get that.
A lot
I
of them
think-
are
I think
probably
Bryce
really
played
good.
well. I think
This is not knock. I like Bryce Young. I think he's gonna make
I
a
know
big
you
leap
thought the
again
Panthers
next
were
year.
gonna
Yeah.
win the division.
No, I was just a year early on that. Never wrong, just early.
Yep.
Yeah. So number 20, I have Jameis Winston to the Bucks in 2015. Listen, Pro Bowler.
that feels.
I was gonna say I'm curious to see who the next 19 are.
I mean,
Feels
there's not
a
many
little low
guys
for
that do
Jameis.
30-30.
No,
you know?
the only
has.
one ever.
And a
5,000
5,000
yards,
season,
30-30. One of one. James actually met him yesterday in our office. Really nice.
Do you
dude.
guys think that stat line will ever be matched? 5,000, 30,
I hope not.
I don't think it will because I don't think anyone's gonna
I
have
could
the
see
leash.
Baker doing it one day.
I don't think anyone's gonna have the leash to throw 30 picks and
I would
accumulate
nailed
5,000
it,
yards.
Nailed it. I don't think any coach loses their job
Yeah.
if they keep their quarterback in. who
Dude,
throws
that's
30
two
yards.
fucking
But
picks
that
a
was-
game all year long.
Yeah, that's insane.
that's
That's
insane.
so insane.
It's insane.
When you put it that way, that is fucking crazy.
It's insane.
But yeah, Pro Bowler.
The guy throws 2 picks. It's a bad game.
And that was an average. That was just a regular game for
Just
Jameis.
every fucking game.
But you know what?
He
God
also
damn it,
had
he's
400
fun.
yards and 4 touchdowns.
He had
It's
one.
insane.
I think his rookie year was the only good year he really had, and it was just
Yeah.
yeesh. All right, and then at 19 we have Kyler Murray to the Cardinals in 2019.
Feels low
He's
for him,
shown-
too.
Yeah,
Feels
there's a lot of
low.
good picks.
Yeah.
He's shown flashes of brilliance. He's shown flashes of shit. The Cardinals haven't really done anything at all, winning wise, since they've gotten him.
Remember that one year though that they were like
It was
8-1
like
or
7-0
something?
or something like that.
like-
Yeah, but
And he had the MVP. Yeah, he was. He was like.
but
an
he was
MVP
for the
candidate.
first half of the year. He was MVP.
Yeah. And then Call of Duty came out.
I just wish his legs didn't look like they were moving so fast.
the way he runs is hysterical.
I like how he runs like a hamster. It's
it
fun.
does make it sound. Yeah, that's the sound I kind of
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I'm like.
But like, it's just he's fun and he's electric and he like I think when we think of Kyler and the Cardinals, we're always like he could be solid because you remember that one half of that 1 year he
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
But
And he
hard-
was good at the beginning of last year
Yeah.
too.
I feel like it's
Then
also
he
hard to
fell off.
root for him. I don't know why. He just feels like an asshole.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know him.
Arguably one of the best athletes in all sports though, went top 10 overall in the MLB
Yes.
draft. Fun fact.
Anyone else ever do that in history?
Top 10 NFL, MLB. I think it was only him that went top 10 in both. I know guys have been drafted. I think he might have been the only one to ever do that.
Number 18, Eric Fisher to the Chiefs in 2013. Couple-time Pro Bowler, good offensive tackle.
I think he was a one-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Could have been, yeah.
Must have been a pretty mid-draft class.
I mean, I don't know who else was in the draft class, but he went first overall out of Central Michigan. Obviously everyone knows that. Number 17, I have Trevor Lawrence to the Jags in 2021. He's made the playoffs. Won a playoff game.
I still kind of
That's more than a lot of other guys can say.
I believe in T-Law still. I believe in Kyler still, and I believe in Bryce Young. So
Yeah.
I just think
these are all guys. Jury's not out yet.
No, jury is out.
But it's sort of out.
Jury's out means that jury is still out means that the jury has not come back in with a.
Oh, okay. So the jury's out.
Then I'm
yes.
Jury's out means
no, you're correct.
We don't know because the jury's out of the room.
Anyway, I personally am not a big Trevor Lawrence guy. I think a lot of people that listen to the show know that. I think he's pretty fucking ass, but he's also been dealt with shit situations.
I don't think he's ass.
He's won a playoff game.
A lot of injuries too. A lot of injuries.
At
least last year.
You know what? He can shoot up this list, but it needs time. I'll put number 16, Caleb Williams, over him already.
Wow. Okay.
I just will. That was just a gut check.
I'm still stuck on jury's out.
Jury's out means that we are unsure.
No, I know.
The jury's deliberating.
I feel like I've been used, it makes total sense.
It means the jury's deliberating.
Yeah.
Decision.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 16, Adam.
So the jury was out.
Tune back in. Come on. Snap in.
Bryce.
Snap in. Snap in. Come on.
Yeah. Do you want to try? You want to try the jury's out? Like you want to try a sentence with the jury's out?
I'll find a place.
Here, let's see.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
He'll use it wrong, no doubt.
You back?
I'm in.
Okay, cool. Caleb Williams, I have it 16 above Trevor Lawrence.
Give a fuck.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just felt right.
Only 1 year. Looking forward.
Number 15. This is a disaster of a pick when it started.
Every time you're doing that with the hat.
I don't know. It's just not fitting my head well.
It doesn't feel good on the head.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Have you noticed that? Like before every pick,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't feel like it's fitting my head.
You want to switch hats?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Number 15 started off as a bad pick for us, but he ended up being pretty fucking good. So it's another team, Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Alex Smith looked. Oh my god, I fucking hated this guy right after we drafted him the first couple of years because we could have had Aaron Rodgers instead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
He ended up being a Pro Bowler, I think 4-time Pro Bowler in his career. He led us to, until he got hurt, basically to a Super Bowl run.
And then
Colin
Colin
Kaepernick
took over.
But he was a great quarterback for us. He,
and then
led
he was a
the
stud
Chiefs.
for the Chiefs too.
Yeah, he was a stud for the Chiefs. So he had a great career.
And coming back from that leg injury, just all props to him.
Very cool. Love Alex Smith.
It's so hard to look at that leg.
So hard.
Still.
It's an ugly leg.
It's never going to be normal after that. Number 14, Jadeveon Clowney. I thought this guy was going to be so fucking good.
I think he would have been lower.
I think I
remember
put
the
a take
first
out there
few
that
years
he
of
was
his
a bust.
career. He was awesome.
I think I put a take out there that he was a bust. I don't know if he has double-digit sacks in a year.
That's a 4-time Pro Bowler.
I know, but
but Pro Bowlers, I hate Pro Bowl. It's such a bad metric.
It's a terrible metric for sure. I mean,
dude, I don't got time to look up every single.
No,
one
I
of these
know.
guys.
No, but like Pro Bowl is a stat that fans vote on.
I think like there was someone asked me for a hot take at some point. I was like, Jadeveon Clowney's a bust.
Jadeveon Clowney was the best he ever was a second team All Pro in 2016.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty fucking good.
And he's still in the league too, which is impressive.
Years
Longevity means a lot, and he's been in the league for 10 years now.
And you know what? I think I'm going to shoot him higher just because of that one hit at South Carolina. No, it wasn't even the NFL.
I am right. He's never in his career had 10 sacks. He's had 9.5 twice and 9 twice.
How is he second team All-Pro?
Gets blocked a lot, double teamed. I don't know.
Crazy. I don't know.
Win rate,
anyway,
pass
I have him
rush,
at 14. Just I don't know. This is all gut check shit.
Say that fast. Pass rush win rate.
Pass rush win rate.
Pass rush win rate. Pass rush win rate.
Pass rush win rate.
You say win weight.
Win weight.
Win weight.
Literally win weight.
That's a toughie.
All right, number 13, Carson Palmer. Bengals drafted him in 03.
Yeah, he's better than any of the other quarterbacks.
You know what? Carson Palmer is just like the guy that was slightly above average his whole career. He was never great. He was never elite, I would say. He's good.
He was
good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a guy you can go to the playoffs with Carson Palmer.
How about the fact that the Bengals went from ginger quarterback to ginger quarterback?
It's special.
Pretty funny, yeah. Funny.
Not enough people talk about that.
Very rare, actually.
Carson Palmer is a ginger, correct?
He is for sure.
Was
he? He might be a sandy blonde.
I think he's
strawberry
around
blonde.
the
Was he
strawberry
chestnut?
blonde area. No, he's definitely either
chestnut's
ginger or
brown.
strawberry blonde, one of the two.
Carson Palmer.
Look him up, especially like early days.
He's looking gingery in that picture.
know-
That's pure brown right there.
You know, when I think of Carson Palmer, I think
He might fluctuate with the sunshine.
What do you think of when you think of Carson Palmer?
He's towing the line for sure between ginger and brown.
Because
He's
I
right
think of
there.
one specific thing with Carson Palmer, and it's fucked up.
What do you think of?
In the end zone, gets his ACL just ripped apart.
Oh, I just think of a guy that you would make the playoffs with kind of like consistently.
I do think of the old Bengals.
Carson, according to AI overview from Google, Carson Palmer is widely known and considered to be a ginger.
There we go. All right, as long as he's widely known and considered that's all
Yeah.
we need. All right, number 12, just above Carson Palmer, was Jared Goff to the Rams in 2016. Been to a Super Bowl, couple-time Pro Bowler. He led the Lions to be one of the best teams in football the last couple years. You fucking hate Jared Goff, and I know I can see in your face.
I'm pondering.
I know, no, but your ponder face is more.
It seems, yeah. You
This
hate
is
Jared
more
Goff.
of a ponder. Here, you want to see a ponder, Adam? That's a pondum.
He's not
This
even
is the face
looking
you're
at me.
making. Is a
No,
That's
that's
a-
me.
That's the
Jared
face
Goff.
you're making.
That's me thinking.
now you're pondering.
Jared Goff.
Now you're
Jared
pondering.
Goff has had a better career than Carson Palmer.
I like it.
That's my take.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I'm just
All right, number 11, sneaky. I'm telling you, this guy's, look at his stats when you need to. Has sneaky been very productive since he's gotten drafted. Trayvon Walker for the Jags.
I was wondering where he was coming.
He has been sneaky over double-digit sacks the last few years. He's been very, very good for them. Not as good as Joshua Hines Allen that's across from him. He gets all the attention. Trayvon Walker's been quietly very fucking good at football.
Then why aren't the Jaguars better?
I just think they suck. I don't
Yeah,
They're the
I would
Jags.
have Jared Goff over Trayvon Walker
Maybe in hindsight.
just for what they've already proved to me.
Fair enough. But it's like
I get
the
it.
quarterback versus a second, like their second DN type of guy.
Yeah,
Adam's looking up stats. I'm
Good
correct,
stats.
right?
10.5, 10. Yep.
Yeah.
rookie and sophomore year.
Not rookie. Rookie hit 3.5 sacks.
Yeah, he
He's a
didn't
rookie.
play well. That's because his rookie year people. Yeah. Anyway, I have him there. Probably should have been lower. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
Probably
it feels a
he
little
should probably
high.
be above Jadeveon Clowney, below Carson Palmer.
I'm putting him below Davion Clowney even too. I like if he
James
takes,
Clowney
if
never
he takes
had
a
a
big
10
jump,
sack
yeah,
season.
it's very true.
So,
if he takes a
like-
big jump this year, then I believe it. But I
That
don't know,
that feels
high.
no, that feels stupid high actually. Now that I think
Yeah,
about it,
11?
Let's go reorder. He's 13.
No,
Carson
no,
Palmer's
no,
12. Jared
no,
Goff's
no.
11.
Please don't
That's what I just
reorder.
did.
Don't. Then you
That's
got
what I just did.
no video for you then.
All right, number 10, Baker Mayfield. Looked awesome. Gave the Browns their first playoff win in Lord
don't hate
knows
that.
how long.
I like
Baker feels
that.
And then
yeah.
kind of fell off. The Panthers whole bullshit. The Rams, that was a fun game. And now he's a playoff staple.
Baker's
Baker
a fan-
Mayfield
I mean, he's a
is a
fan
playoff
favorite.
quarterback.
Baker Mayfield is a fan favorite quarterback in the NFL today.
He's
I
good.
like
He's
Baker over
fun.
over Jared Goff, but I could see people having an issue with it.
I could see people having
If you're building a team
but
today, you're taking Baker over Jared Goff.
absolutely. Moxie, leadership. Actually,
Yeah,
both have
probably.
that, to be fair. But
Number Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl, had the best record in football.
yeah.
Baker Mayfield's had a couple of like scrappy wins.
It's such a
Which is why I love Baker
But how
Mayfield.
about
I don't know,
Baker
yeah.
But that's a
winning for the
team.
Rams, learning
Yeah,
the playbook
but-
in 2 days?
Yeah,
You
that
just
was so
named,
sick.
You named
Yeah.
things that were team based though. That's not on Jared Goff.
All right.
Yeah, true.
Like-
Baker Mayfield, I like him over Jared.
Number 9, Jake Long, Dolphin legend, 2008.
Only one time All Pro. So
Still a
Only
stud.
one time.
Yeah.
I mean, he
You
was
would
one of the
think.
better tackles in football for
you
his
would
career.
think at 6'7", 320, we're getting some better performance.
Well,
I mean, I
unfortunately,
remember.
Adam, that's most tackles.
He was a
these
Dolphin,
days.
Adam.
Yeah, so he was ass.
That's why he was bad.
But he's in the top
But
10.
he's not bad. Like, he was just not great for you guys, but I remember him being
I think you
better
probably just
on a
don't
lot of
like him
other teams.
because he.
I don't think he was good on other teams either.
He was one of the better tackles in football, I feel like. When he was.
What's that? What's the metric?
I don't fucking know. I just remember him. Like, he's a name you heard of when you're talking about offensive linemen.
That's what we
in
always
think that's just 'cause he had a
2010 when I was
brother, though. It was
14
Chris
years
Long.
old.
I'm gonna take Adam's side just because he probably has watched Jake Long's football more than you. But I don't know. I hate pretending and sitting up here like I know anything about offensive line
Yeah.
play.
Like he had 2 good years, but outside of that dude was ass.
You're looking at stats for an offensive lineman
Yeah,
right
what's
now?
that? Like, what are you looking
Just All Pros.
That's
Okay.
it. Okay.
And you had 2 All Pros,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Few Pro Bowls.
The fact, like to me, if you had 2 All Pro years, you probably had at least 2 years outside of those
Also,
All Pro
this is-
years where you were close to the All Pro. So a 6-year run
This
where
is
you're
this
close
is
to
where
All-Pro.
this is where we're like still in the guys that are like good, not great,
Yeah.
like solid play. Like
Second team All Pro in 2009, first team All Pro in 2010, 4-time Pro Bowler.
it's good. It's good. It's a good fucking resume. Because everyone below him does not have that many
Ask
Pro
us-
Bowls or All Pros.
Ask us how many wins we got from those.
Well, no, you guys are
don't
just
care.
ass. That wasn't his
Yeah,
fault.
that's not his fault. He's only a tackle. He can only do so much.
Panay Sewell's doing a lot.
Number 8. This is where we make a big jump into
Yeah.
like holy fuck Hall of Famers.
Yes,
All right.
right.
Number 8. Mario Williams with the Texans, 2006.
Fun.
He was so
fun.
good.
He was fucking awesome,
Fun.
man.
He
Oh
was
my
that
God.
guy that was like always just a
2006,
98
wow.
and
I
mad.
know that
fucking
makes me feel old.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
it's crazy. So you have him there.
That makes me feel really old because like his career feels like it ended so long ago.
I know, but
But
like
he was only drafted in 2006.
yeah, I think he
He
retired a little
must have had
early.
a short career, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's after him?
After him or before him. Number 7, Joe Burrow, Bengals in 2020.
Wow, the next 6 must be really
Dude,
good football
it's really
players.
fucking good.
Yeah,
really
holy heck.
fucking good. Like unbelievably good. So you
Yeah.
have Joe Burrow at 7, Number 6 is Andrew Luck. Wish his career was longer. I fucking loved Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
He was a better quarterback than Joe Burrow.
I was gonna say he's a really tough one to
He
rank.
didn't throw it 50 times a game like Joe.
Because I would probably have him over the next quarterback you have too if he played longer.
I agree, but I can't.
Yeah.
But I
Can
can't.
you fucking imagine being an Indianapolis Colts fan when that happened?
When he retired randomly,
Out of nowhere, your
was
franchise
forced-
QB, the best QB
forced-
in football, retires out of nowhere.
dude.
I would.
Forced to retire at that exact time, not on his terms either, because someone leaked it.
Yeah.
That was fucked. Oh. Anyway, love Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I would have lost my marbles.
like you don't like
what's
that.
your disgust ponder face going on?
Just struggling to because again, I have no issues with Jared Goff, no issues with Joe Burrow. Just struggling to understand. They both went to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff's been more productive. So
Joe Burrow.
yeah.
Do you think Andrew Luck should be below Joe Burrow?
No,
and Jared
I'm
Goff?
hung up on what the fuck we're going off of.
If Joe
for this
Burrow had a
list.
defense last year, he wins MVP.
If your fucking
by a
aunt had
mile.
balls, we play this game.
No, but like Jared Goff's never put up Joe Burrow numbers.
I'm just saying. I don't know what we're going on.
I'm happy with the list. I'm really happy with the list so
Thank
far. to
you.
be
I
honest
appreciate
with
that.
you.
I think
Yeah.
everyone and their fucking mom would put Joe Burrow over. You're
I would
starting to
take I would take Joe Burrow over
Thank
Jared
you.
Goff too. I'm just struggling to
I mean-
understand certain things. We had Trayvon Walker fucking like in the top 12.
That was the only.
But then
reason.
I reordered.
I know that
Well,
was that
no.
was.
I
tough.
reordered though.
You
They
could've
won't
maybe-
hear
You could
that.
have slid him to 20, and I wouldn't have blinked.
Yeah. Number 5, Eli Manning. Some people would argue he should be higher because he has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Rest of his career, he was average.
Well,
Slightly
he was
above average.
never
He
a
had 2
top
great
5
playoff
QB.
runs. Never.
Yeah, he was
never
never
a
a top 5 QB in the NFL, but his longevity, his 2 Super Bowls, his ability to beat the Patriots, his clutch factor, his counting stats, like
There's not many quarterbacks to throw for 6,500 yards in a year.
Yeah.
I know, and he's top 5. Like these quarterbacks
Wait,
and
what did you
other
just
players
say?
that are above him,
What did you say?
6,500.
In a
including
year?
the playoffs. Yeah. It was, I think,
did
his
that?
second Super Bowl,
Yeah.
right? He went
I
crazy.
think it was.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How
but yeah.
many yards did he throw in the playoffs?
Dude, like 1,500.
Yeah,
A little
Jesus
more, I think, almost
Christ.
2,000. Yeah.
No, you're wrong. Sorry, I don't mean to derail this list thing, but I need a fact checking on that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Did I see that somewhere and just
That's a
believed it?
bold-faced lie. Like, maybe Peyton Manning in his Super Bowl year, where he had 5,500 yards in the
No,
regular
because I
season.
think Eli did have a year like that.
Dude, but he would have had to throw for 5,000 in the regular season,
Which
and then,
he would not have done.
and then 1,500 in 4 games to win the Super Bowl.
Adam?
Maybe it was postseason passing record.
Yeah, whatever that stat was, you
Well,
said
that was
wrong.
1,300.
So what? He threw for 5,300.
He had a really good playoffs that one year, I remember.
There's
The
just no world.
the 2 years they won the Super Bowl, they were a wild card team.
Yeah, but it wasn't even
And
Eli
he
Manning
played-
leading them. It was their defense. It was
No,
their
but no,
defensive
Eli
line.
Manning played out of his mind those runs.
He
That's-
played well. They won 17-14 against the Patriots because Justin Tuck, OCU Manure, and Michael Strahan were making Tom Brady's life hell.
That's a good point.
But
Good point.
regardless, I like the list for
He's
Eli
number
Manning is-
5.
I just think that there's no way.
I think Andrew Luck at his peak, better quarterback.
yeah,
Eli Manning,
but no,
long
it's
all that
still
shit.
Eli
Anyway,
Manning. There's no world that's
Anyway,
correct.
6,100.
Okay, still I'm
still
impressed
pretty
by
fucking
that.
good.
Okay.
And I see that someone has more than him in a season, huh? Yeah, so you were wrong. Where is he?
He's 3.
Is
That's,
above him?
His brother and Drew Brees.
that's still impressive. That's good company to have.
Yeah. All right. Adam?
I just sorry, I had to call you out for being
Snap
wrong.
in. All right.
I got a meeting.
Number 4, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, fun.
He's already, Jesus, I just flew in my ear. He's already one of the best defensive players you've ever seen.
Yeah,
He's unbelievable.
no issues.
The fact that he only has 1 DPOY is crazy. Number 3, Cam Newton. I'm thinking just strictly the fact that this dude went to the Carolina Panthers, won an MVP. He's one of the only guys on this entire list to win an MVP. That matters.
crazy.
That's fair. That's
Went to
fair.
the
That's
Super
there
Bowl.
we go. See, that's a good metric.
That
Went to the
matters.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, so all pros matter as well.
Went to the Super Bowl, didn't win it. Eli won
To
2.
the Super Bowl with the Panthers.
Eli won 2,
He
and it's
cha-
probably going to be a
he's-
first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm taking.
Or is he already? No, he's not.
I will take. So I did this as Cam Newton. I think his peak was so much better than Eli. I don't give a fuck. Like
Yes, no doubt.
Cam Newton was a better player.
Oh, so what, Eli was not a first ballot Hall of Famer, just for comms. This last year was his first time.
People were pissed that he didn't make it.
I'm pissed. I think he should. 2 Super Bowls, and he's probably top 10 in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Like that's and you beat
Tom Brady.
arguably
Yeah.
the best quarterback and team of all time, the 18-0
Yeah.
Patriots going into that game. He should have been first ballot. Sorry, I'm
All right,
I'm
maybe.
getting so tangent on this. I'm sorry.
Cam
but
Newton's number 3 for me.
I don't hate it.
Drafted
His
the Panthers
peak was one of the
2011.
best ever.
He was unfucking believable. Number 2, similar type of player, Mike Vick. Falcons drafted him in 01. I mean,
Generational.
don't really got to say much about Mike
Yeah.
Vick, right?
Just a
Adam,
stone
what'd you
cold
do?
killer.
What'd you do with his shoes?
I bought his AstroTurf cleats one time and wore them to school. Probably not one time. I probably wore it all year, but
Yeah, probably all year long. Yeah.
The dogfighting thing really is a big notch against him, though, for me. Like,
Couldn't put him one because of that reason.
like you have to be such a goddamn sick fuck to make dogs fight for your entertainment. So I hate him because of that.
Yep.
And he should be 25 on that list.
Smart,
But
smart,
god
yeah.
damn it, was he so good at football.
Unbelievable
So sick at football.
And number 1, I have Matthew Stafford. I feel like
Yep.
Super Bowl champion. He's like literally a staple of longevity. He's been good for his entire fucking career. This dude's
If he
still
didn't
slinging
spend
that thing.
I was gonna say
15
if he
years
did,
on the Lions.
He would have been a multiple
Yeah.
time Super Bowl champion. This guy's unbelievable. Great dude too. Love
Is
Matt
there
Stafford.
any flack we got to give him for not being capable of lifting the Lions out of the cellar?
Pat, I literally just went inside your whole body and agreed with everything you said. It was
Because
coming
there is
out.
something to be said. Like, you're drafted first overall, sure, you put up good
Yeah,
stats,
no,
but
it's valid.
Like, look what we're doing with
They were
quarterbacks
lying.
now.
Dan Campbell, I think, changed everything.
yeah.
That was my
tough.
thought.
A
process,
quarterback
at least.
can only change so much. That offense was always pretty decent, but I don't
At
blame
the
him
end
for
of it,
that.
It's like it's cursed. It's the Lions.
Yeah, and
or
he's
the
clearly
Jets,
really
you know,
good. He
like-
went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl right away.
Look,
so.
the best
Yeah.
part about this entire list is that so many people are going to disagree with it. So.
Oh,
They're gonna
yeah.
hate it.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get so much shit for this list.
But
I know,
appreciate
and I'm
you
not going to
taking
look
the-
at one comment.
But I appreciate you taking the time.
I
and
like you
effort
taking a stab
to-
at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you shut up. Probably, yeah, I am. Like,
Yeah, that is literally our whole shtick is that we're casual fans.
it's fun.
Probably watch more than you guys.
You got a meeting to get to, huh? All right, let's go.
Starving.
That was great. That was fun.
Good happy.
We will see you on Friday.
Peace.